Jump right in. That takes a bit slow, doesn't it? Right, let's do our first exploration and talk to everybody. And it's so late, we'll probably only get through talking with everybody, but we'll see. Let's see we'll see what happens by the end of the stream. Thanks for stopping by earlier. I hope you enjoyed the Engadin. I really put my all into it. My brother works the register and handles the inn guests, so I get to focus on the food. I'm really glad it worked out like that. I can't stand that clerical stuff, but cooking? That's what I like. I mean, we all have things we're good at and things we're not. It's plain to see here in the artisanal district. Working here in the bar just happens to be my niche. I'm happy I'm getting better as a cook because of it. What you got?
Don't take too long to decide now.
Soup. And grilled stone stew.
Come back soon.
You now know how to make black vinegar soup. That sounds horrible.
Man, why's it gotta be me? That's some bachelor cooking.
Consume.
Thanks for the grub.
That was very well made.
Hey, arts attack up by 25. Not bad. Feels like there might be people upstairs, but I have no idea. This place has some verticality to it. My sister told me that she'll hold down the bar, and I can do all the other stuff in exchange. Honestly though, I feel like I'm doing the lion's share of the work. She dumps everything on me. And now I have to manage this delivery system she just cooked up on a whim last month. Now I'm in charge of helping out guests outside the bar, so let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Just wasn't figuring I'd have to do all the online order work too. We have a dedicated delivery guy now, at least. The online ordering system's up and running too, so it's a lot more manageable now.
Do you know what you want?
Oh, we can only rest. Not much of a shop, is it? Where are you? Oh. So, this is the lady who hates her boss. Now I'm all checked in here and I can take it easy for the rest of the day. This is the life. What am I here for? Well, I work for a wholesale company that deals with industrial ordnance. They ship me out here to check out what's hot on the market and bring some samples back, plus talk to some of the manufacturers. But all that can wait for tomorrow. Today I've got dinner for one and a bottomless wallet. Thank goddess for company funds. Whoops. There's our laptop. There's a lot of verticality. Lawrence. I'm an engineering consultant who works with clients and workshops both, so that they can work together at peak efficiency. So my travels often bring me to Basel, naturally. I'm something of a regular here at the inn. Basel's artisans speak for themselves in terms of quality. Clients everywhere want their work, and my job is to help them get it. Just the other day, I hooked up a prestigious watchmaking firm with Gowland's workshop to make their custom gears. Okay. What's out here? Oh my goodness, there's a lot. Those three levels of the inn make it seem a lot worse than it actually is. There's also a sub-event over there. Unfortunately, we can't toggle it first, so guess we'll walk around for a bit. Found the church. Oh, hello there. My name is Sister Paula. I'm new to Basel in this church. Admittedly, it's quite daunting. I grew up in the country. These fancy machines and technology are so far beyond me. I can hardly wrap my head around what the artisans and students discuss with me. Still, I'll do my best. I'm still knowledgeable about matters of the heart. If anything has you nervous, I'll help however I can. I hardly ever saw machines in my hometown, and now I'm surrounded by them. I want to help the townsfolk here just as Father Flickdom does. That's one heck of a name, but I've definitely got my work cut out for me.
The goddess of the sky is always watching over us.
Vicar Flickdom. Well, what a pleasant surprise. It's not often we greet travelers from afar in our humble church. We tend to only see locals here, artisans, students, researchers, and the like. We see some rather famous faces here, even. Big or small, we welcome everyone all the same. The worry is human. Those anxious or disconcerted may turn to open doors. Alright. Well, we gotta hit, like, all those key events, so we might as well just go this way first. Did I hit something in the middle? Oh, there's a cat. Oh no, I kicked the cat.
Huh? The heck's that noise?
Jiskar workshop. It must be coming from inside here.
Is that a jock? Is that even
This is
bigger
a
than
mechanic
normal
shop,
Soul?
right? Let's take a peek inside.
They're building like a to scale Gundam. Oh, made a load of that. Discard workshop. Yep.
Come on, we ain't got all day. Get that work done.
Yes, sir. Are those from one of the Empire's Panzer Soldats? No, they seem a little different. Yeah, word about these things has gotten out in certain circles, but most people still don't know about them yet. Guessing you do, though. Your company's involved in their development, right? Yes, though not that much. We've only been assisting in trials. Who are you guys? I haven't seen you around before. This is a restricted area, you know. Totally get why you'd want to gawk at these beauties, but they're technically not public knowledge yet. Go ahead and move along now.
Wonder if they're the guys.
Yeah, I'm sure our new friend told him about us. I didn't know there were machines like that being made here in Calvert, too. There are. I've heard the concept behind their design is different from the soldats over in Erebonia, though. They're going to be revealed to the public along with their names sometime soon. Sure feels like we saw something we weren't supposed to, even if it was just legs. I imagine that while they're being kept a secret from the public, most major groups and organizations have already been told about them. That includes those abroad, and our international allies, maybe even the Empire. I believe you're correct in your assumptions. I think that's true for all the weaponry that's gonna be rolled out soon too. Not just our soldat lookalikes. Either way, this looks like the biggest workshop in the artisanal district. We'll have to come back another time if we get the chance. What if? Yeah, the whole thing's shut. Very scenic, this place. Word on the street is, Giscard landed another big project. Old Giscard heads up the Artisans Guild. As a fellow member, I'm proud to have him as our ambassador. I'm happy where I am, but Giscard didn't get where he is by settling. Gotta keep moving up in the world just like him. I specialize in pressure equipment, and that's a big niche nowadays. Only gonna get bigger, my gut says. My son got into the Institute. He's studying there now. Really proud of him for that. I just wish we could get along a little better. He's really into the cutting-edge tech, like the stuff they're researching over there. And, you know, that's all well and good. But theoretical's tougher than applied, get me? Funding's super cutthroat. Gotta be careful, or he'll just be spinning his wheels. Delivery man. Alright, I picked up all the lunch orders, now to deliver them. Words. I've been having a lot of trouble speaking lately. Mainly because I feel like my nose is just clogged and the congestion is making it hard to speak. A lot of the artisans have this habit of getting so caught up in work that they forget to eat. So the inn decided to start up this delivery service last month. That way, they don't accidentally go hungry. It was just the right time for me, actually. I was trying to find a job, and then the inn came in knocking. Worked out perfectly. Uber Eats. Catra's been awfully busy these days, hasn't he? I do hope he's keeping well. I know the professor isn't around anymore, but Giscard and plenty of others are still around to help him out. But he's still feeling uneasy about things regardless. Alright, let's toggle this and set up the event. Oh, for the bulletin board.
Now, what's it say?
Sure, we'll check it. School of Hard Knocks. He's a professor I look up to as a mentor of sorts, but I just can't do this anymore. I'm trying to gather evidence to prove he's been abusing his power over others, and so I want to get a verbal testimony. I don't want this to blow up, so I haven't spoken with the guild or the cops. I'd like to request a careful investigation from you guys. Anonymous. Okay. Huh. Sounds real serious sounding. Yeah, and I understand why they don't want to go to the guild or the police about it. Really hope we can help them while we're here. We might learn more about what's going on in the institute while we're working on it too. That'd be 2 birds with 1 stone. Makes sense. Sounds harmless to me, but what's your take? Barry brought up a good point. We can get some info on the institute while we work on this case. Pretty vague though. They didn't give their name or the professor they're accusing. Really going out of their way to make our job difficult. Naming names in this case may result in the professor or other parties threatening the whistleblower. I believe our client just prefers to err on the side of caution. Yeah, that tracks. Fair enough. Rosette, can you handle recording our combos? Certainly. Gotta be careful who we talk to about this, though. Client doesn't want word of this getting out. Let's start with people unrelated to the Institute. That way we don't accidentally hit a nerve. That makes sense. Sense to me. I imagine there will be plenty of those here in the artisanal district. Let's get started.
Commencing mission.
We just have to talk to a bunch of people with the topic? Yep. That's gonna be fun.
This is the Aerotram.
Alright, what's the sub-event? Newtown? This must be the Aerotram station. Can't believe it goes all the way up in the sky. That's right, this will take us to Newtown in no time. All you need to do is hold your certification card over the ticket gate. Oh, guess we're not taking this one after all. Our D rank card isn't accepted on this Aerotram apparently. We need a C rank card or higher. Are you sure? I could have sworn we had a C. We need to roll out the welcome mat. We're here for Elsame. Wouldn't it kill them to throw one of their biggest stakeholders a bone? I was really looking forward to it too. Well, he's crying over spilled milk. You can head on up if you want, Onias. We'll just take the long way. No, it's alright. I'd rather stick together. I'm sure we'll get to ride the tram another day, Fairy. Don't let it get you down. You're right, yeah. You see, the assumption of the card ranks mean we will get the S rank card that gives us full access eventually.
Well,
Super sweetened canned coffee. You mean snack for Van. Phew, those errands took a lot longer than I thought they would. I think I'll rest up a bit before I go see Dad. He works at a shop floor here in the artisanal district. I'd say I've earned the break.
Alrighty.
Gotta mosey up to people and see if the topic window comes up, I guess. Ah, here it is. Okay, so they're all just marked on the map now. Might as well just talk to everybody eventually. Like they'll tell us when stuff starts going on. Phew, technology, huh? You have to handle all kinds of gizmos and doodads these days. I couldn't tell you what half of these even do, but we make sure to treat them with care all the same. Usually we end up delivering them by hand. When you put them in a truck, they slide and bang around. That's not good. No, it is not. Racer Guild. Alex. Well, if it isn't Van. Surprised to see you taking a business trip this time of year. Yeah, client name in with a big job. Came into with a big job, so we're here taking care of that. Looks like you're moving on up in the world too. Last I saw you were a part-timer still in school, and now you're the receptionist. Yep, they hired me fresh out of college. Me and another acquaintance of yours, we got friends in all sorts of places. Oh, we're just in the same field. We worked together on a job a while back. Jin was actually telling me about you the other day. He said that we should be fine contacting you for help if we need to. I heard the same from a friend of mine outside the guild. If something serious goes down, there's no shame in us working together. Well, who? They're Killica, I'm guessing. I swear, I can't walk 5 hours without people dragging me into their business. Ain't a bracer, you know. Oh, speaking of which, you're... Oh, yep. Aldous Regina. Speak of the devils. These 2 bracers work in Edith, correct? Hey there, I didn't think I'd run into you guys here. Oh man, don't tell me we all got shipped out here on behalf of the same guy. Obviously not. I have no idea why you're even here. But we're here on official orders from the guild, not an individual client. Wherever you guys go, trouble seems to follow. I think it's making me superstitious, not gonna lie. Hopefully that's not the case here. Man, I don't enjoy it any more than you do. Stop framing it like I'm the one at fault. I'm just doing my job and putting food on the table. Surely a searing bracer's got better things to worry about than some spriggans, so stop letting me live rent-free in your head, yeah? Smart ass, I swear, this is why I can't stand you. You're always just... Forget it, just don't get up in our business, got it? I know he's a bit abrasive with you, but I do think he respects your abilities. If you come across anything, just let us know. You're doing work for the guild anyway, so we might as well share intel. Alright. Well, anyway, for him to show respect, but, well, you do you, Bracer Boy. I'm not too worried about him. If we need the guild to lend a hand, we'll ask for it. For now, we got our own business to focus on.
What to do?
Well, we should talk to everybody anyways. Ran into Blanca not long after we arrived. Man, she's fast as ever. We'll really have to get cracking if we want to keep up with her. If you come across anything, just let us know. You're doing work for the guild anyway, so we might as well share intel. Of course you guys got here first. We had to stop by a bunch of small towns on the way here. That's a trade-off with being a public servant instead of a private eye. As soon as we're all checked in, we're heading right onto the field. Don't go making more work for us. He'll warm up to us eventually, like a cat. Word is, you've been busy yourself, man. I keep hearing about all these jobs you're taking on. Seems like all the Calvert's run into trouble. I can't deny that worries me. It makes these reports here all the more alarming. Feels on alert too, huh? I don't know much about what's going on here in Basel yet, but hopefully we'll get to the bottom of it soon. I hope so too. We're not technically working together, but it would be best for us to cooperate on this nonetheless. Agreed. Good luck out there, Alex.
So,
I've gotten word about how the power grid and orbital network have been acting up lately too. It's only been minor blips so far. Didn't notice until somebody pointed it out. But we shouldn't just ignore it. And that's all the more reason we need a tech-savvy bracer out here to help us out. Regina's even able to use the generalized Aeon system, so she should be just what the doctor ordered. Next stop, there's one person over here. Ah, it's Bracer Blanca. First to fire at that plant, then that car was having trouble. I'm beat. It's only the afternoon. I really can't do this all on my own. Got us at Regina and the others are here to help. Maybe we can finally clear out that backlog I built up. There's only one bracer station here normally, I guess. Alex was telling me all about you. You're awfully interesting folks from the sound of it. Hopefully we don't have to tackle any big cases together, but if we do, I'll have your back. Yeah. Gotta take the ramp. So, gate to the Institute.
Authentication rank error.
We ain't allowed. Our card rank just isn't high enough. Well, hers is. But the rest of the party's isn't. Barnaby. It's not easy working in product, let me tell you. Mediating between factories and artisans is stressful work. Now, the artisans are saying they want to delay everything so they can do these tiny tweaks to the product before it goes on the line. I don't get it. Why do they care so much about that extra 1%? It's good enough as is. This guy works in product procurement, huh? I don't think he's working for the Institute, but he might know a thing or two about him. Wonder to ask. Okay. So I'm gonna guess that the last main event is up there. I wonder what's so special about that building. But that purple roof does stick out like a sore thumb amongst all of the other houses that only have red roofs. Really got work with gift card as a part supplier? That's amazing. Oh man, I can't believe I get to be your student. Yep, sure did. They had me working on the joints. They needed parts precise down to the micro-rege. Our factory's already famous for casting and lathing, but I'm still honored that they picked us for the task over the other shops. I'll say, that's so cool. I'm just kind of bummed that I'm only hearing about it now. I hope I get to work on big projects like that someday. When's my big chance gonna come around? You know, that's a good goal, but I don't think you're ready for that just yet. You have this habit of ditching your work before it's polished. You gotta look where you're walking, you know? You look too far ahead and you'll trip over yourself. My boss's strength is precision. He can cast metal parts even more precisely than machine metalworks can. Really? I really hope I can make stuff as good as he does someday. Man, have you heard about the projects he's on? He gets to work on those awesome machines. It's so cool. Formans have developed a lot, but at the end of the day, they still run on mechanical gears and hinges just like any other machine. That's good news for us metalworkers. We're the backbone of the whole ornament industry. We'll have steady work for decades, I'm thinking. The more moving parts you got in a machine, the more likely one of them will break. Always good to have replacement parts. Who knows? I've been hearing that a lot of places in town are having problems with the grid. Never had that back in my day, because there was no grid, of course. Goes to show you the more you rely on tech, the more it can let you down. I wonder who lives here. Yeah, it's really high up.
Ooh, there they are. I'm so glad I finally found them.
Hello. Is there something you need from here? The owner of this house hasn't been home in a while, I'm afraid.
Is this the professor's house? We're just walking around and happen to end up here. So you know who owns this place then?
Yeah, you could say we're acquaintances. Well, that might sound a little too cold, actually. I don't know if I could really call us family, but we are close. Just not as close as he is.
Girl's IQ points have all gone to her face and tits. Total ditch with a capital D. Aaron?
You know, you guys are all just adorable. Especially you tiny thing.
She's probably like a super specialized genius like Mint.
Where are you from? Do you want me to show you around?
I'm not that tiny.
Oh, silly me. I forgot I have somewhere else to be. You won't be able to meet this house's owner, but the boy looking after it in her absence should be back tonight. Goodbye now.
Okay. She was dressed like she's a researcher at the Institute or something. Wish we could have talked to her a bit more about that. I wanted to make her understand my size isn't all there is to me. I'm strong too. Late 20s, huge tits, kind of an airhead, freckles, glasses. Yeah, I did it. Are you gonna start behaving like an adult, Aaron, or am I gonna have to force you to? I wonder if that could be the student of the the disciple of the disciple. That's how you'd put it. It's locked. Yeah, I guess I'll have to come back another time. Alright, let's get some topics going. Looks like they actually want us to do this for SPG before we do anything else. Huh. Interesting.
Let me ask you something.
A professor abusing their assistants? Well, I'm not sure why you're asking me specifically about it, to be honest. I just work in Vern's procurement division. I don't attend the Institute or work with them directly at all. You know, that's exactly the angle we want. Word travels, you know? I get that. I haven't really heard anything about it, though, sorry. Vern and the Institute are very closely linked, though, and that does create conflicts of interest sometimes. I may not have heard about it, but it is believable. It's very possible the two sides are stressing each other out. Can you tell us a bit more about how Vern and the Institute work together? The Vern Company awards grants to the Institute of Science to research and develop new products on their behalf. That allows the Vern Company to curate their products with research from the Institute's experts. Oh wow, that's really neat. If I recall, Vern can trace its roots back to the old Artisans Guild, and to the Institute itself. I always figured they worked well together because of that. They did. Past tense. They had good relations while their senior advisor was still there. Alas, she left Basel some time ago. Now Vern and the Institute hardly collaborate at all. It's every project for itself. Maybe the asshat in charge scared her off? Thanks for the info. That helps a lot. Doesn't say anything new. Vern looks real closely with the Institute of Science. So yeah, it makes sense that squabbles between the two would trickle down to the professors like that.
Don't think I've seen you.
We have to loop all the way around before we figure out where we actually can go. My son got into the Institute, he's studying there now. Yeah. Pretty sure it's just... I mentioned that he's a member of the Artisans Guild. He might have some dealings with the Institute himself. I'm sorry, what did that say? Okay. Yeah, I guess it'll be easier to get info out of him than somebody higher up the food chain.
Well, let me ask you something.
Doesn't ring a bell, sorry. My son is studying at the Institute, and he's never told me about anything like that. That doesn't prove it one way or the other, of course. I just haven't heard about it. Did he tell you about any other stuff? Anything helps. Well, sometimes I do hear about people in the same lab butting heads over funding. I heard these grumblings about two professors going at it even. It's like a pretty stressful place. With all the greed and infighting over projects, it sounds like it's got everybody at each other's throats. That makes sense, yeah. It might be what started the harassment. Do you know which professor specifically? I really can't remember, sorry. I feel like there was at least one of Professor Hamilton's students involved, but that's all I got. I see. I wonder if this professor was jealous of someone else, or someone envied them instead. Well, thanks for the info, all the same. I think that's all there is to see in the Artisanal District. We should check out Newtown next. Since we cannot use the Aero Tram, we'll have to either walk or drive there. Let's take a walk. It'll help us get more acquainted with the city and its people. You gotta be kidding me. Walking's a pain in the ass. Well, I for one think a stroll would be lovely. Me too. Let's make our way to the bridge then. Get those legs working, man. The locals barely use it. That's because most either go by car or use the Aero Tram. You rode the Aero Tram, right? How was it? It had the best view, but it was a little scary too. I didn't think there'd be a difference in ranks. Have you ever used the Aero Tram in the past, fam? I got to ride it when I came here a couple years ago, but I had a regular old ticket. From what I hear, security within the city's undergone a massive overhaul. After the war, the government ordered a total reform. I don't find it surprising that they would want to be very careful with an experimental city that is very nearly a national secret. Okay, but tell me how that puts us at a lower rank than a bunch of kids here on a school trip. I don't think it's that they're high. I think it's more that we're low. Still, it's not a big deal, as long as we can drive. By the way, pretty sure we'll eventually bump into your classmates. You okay on that end? I'm fine. I have explained things to them for the most part. They might happen upon some info before us, so if we see them, let's make it a point to ask. Take a look around Newtown. I do like this city.
Off we go.
Understood.
Fine with
Right.
me.
I forgot which bumper was the sprint button. Pharmacy over there had quite the mix of stuff, almost like a convenience store. You had your medicine there, but then groceries and other goods too. They're even open all day according to the sign. Guess there's something to be said for having whatever you need whenever you need it. I'm pretty sure we've talked to these people, but it seems like the students' dialogues have advanced. Man, these new herbal goodies are where it's at. This place really lives up to its name. We got some cutting-edge tech on display here. Not that I can afford any of this with my part-time pay. Lyle, you might not want to say that out loud. Why do I have to be poor? I want my hands on all the latest film tech. I want it so bad. Actually, Brandon and the others passed by before. She said she has something cool to show me. Wonder where she's gonna take me. Ooh, I'm so curious. Yeah, why do we have to be poor is a mood. I feel that. They have just all sorts of stuff here. You can't tell it's only Vern. You can't tell it's only Vern products by how much they have. Company stores are something else. I'm not buying any of the bigger stuff. That's all out of my budget. But just browsing is fun in its own right. My husband works at a workshop, so sometimes I browse the shelves for stuff he tells me about from work. Athena. It wouldn't hurt just to take a quick little peek inside the store, would it? I don't know when they're coming. I just need to take my mind off them while I still can. Bye. What is it? Am I in your way? Sorry, I'll move. You're good, you're good. That was my bad. It would appear to be a research at the Institute of Science. Who are the people she was talking about? Curious. She's probably involved in our quest. Phew, focus, Athena, focus. Gotta get this terminal checked out. I have no clue when they're coming. I need to try and take my mind off them while I have the chance. Now, what do they have at this shop? Radad. Welcome to Vern Plaza. We're managed directly by the Vern Company, so we got stuff your other Vern retailers might not. Our first-party management also lets us put in direct orders for you, among other special services. It's one of the many benefits that come with being right here in Vern's backyard. Proved a big hit with customers here. We're looking to expand this business model too. We want to open first-party Vern stores all across the country for the best customer experience.
Well,
Understood.
Hello there.
Ideal Force. That's new. And we have S. Curia. There we go.
See you again. Hello there.
Azure Zippa cover for Aaron. Zippa color with a stylish coloring, popular among young men. And Excel watch. Viewable. Gift for Dingo. A watch with absurd accuracy, made with cutting-edge tech. And we'll buy a Vern cap here because why not?
See you again.
What's next?
what? You
Hey.
expecting thanks?
Cheeky adult, strength up. And
I
for
appreciate
Dingo.
it.
Ah, so close. You just need one more gift. The other 4 SPGs are optional. Sure. What does it say?
Let's see what we've got.
So we got a 4 SPG. A new holocore. Spriggan, I've heard you're a tester for Marduk. With that in mind, could you help me test a brand new holocore that's been developed at the Institute of Science? I'll be waiting for you at the Vern store. Oh. Okay. Sure. Confirmed optional. Might as well handle that first before we do a lot of the other red events. Wow, this is really cutting edge stuff. I'm surprised they have this in stores. Yo, Athena, right? You had that request for us. We're with Arcade Solutions. Sorry, I just wasn't expecting that. I didn't think you'd take my request. Yes, my name is Athena. I'm a researcher at the Institute of Science. I mainly do orbital energy research. Right now, I'm working on new holocore designs. I finally started beta testing, so having people to help out is a big relief. Thank you in advance for your help. Can do. You can stand and relax, though. Ain't gonna eat you or anything. Sorry, I'm just not good with people. It's why I'm really interested in communication technology. Being able to talk to people from my own room sounds really helpful. It's kind of why I wanted to come here. I want to make the world a little less daunting for people like me. Huh. Can't tell if you're actually enthusiastic or just motivated by fear. You sound like my coworkers. Do you need me to go over the details? Yeah. Much obliged. Okay, right this way. The manager and I will take you through it. So these kind folks are helping you test it out? Nice to meet ya. Name's Radot. I'm the manager of the Burn Store. Depending on how these tests go, you might see this holocore on our shelves soon. So I'll be keeping an eye over these field results myself. You wouldn't mind reporting your findings to me, would you? Not at all. Right, let's go ahead and dive in. So here's how I want the testing to go. This new holocore is named Pokel. I'd like you to equip her to your Zippas and take her into a few monster fights. Anything specific you need us to do once we get in a fight? And you need to do 5 moves or more while you're S-boosted. Once you're done, I'd like to hear how it felt to use. Sounds easy enough. 1 second. Here. Okay, here you go. It has a bug, doesn't it? Taco's a cute name. I'm curious to see what kind of holo it is. Brand new holocore straight from the Institute. Oh man, I can't wait. Well, she's a bit unique. You'll find out more after you equip her. Oh boy. Now we're just gonna find some schmucks and ruin their day. But now that I think about it, where are the monsters around here? The road we drove in on was all cleaned out. If you're looking for monsters, I'd say the Og Canyon to the south is your best bet. Once you're off the road and past the orbital lights, things get a bit dicey. But you guys look pretty seasoned, so you should be fine. It'll make for a nice little test bed. Well, fine by me. Let's sit down and give this new holocore a whirl. Oh, right, gotta equip it first. Indeed, once we finished our preparations, let's make for the canyon. We should be able to access it from the road next to the Vern HQ building. Alright. So, let's equip it. Before we forget.
To maintenance mode.
Like, all these are, like...
Holocore Vine is now online.
Yeah, they all have different
Holocore Karabia, initiated.
faces.
I'm Pakel. You always got me in your corner.
A holocore powered by a naive young female AI. Raises one's base stats when boosted. Huh. Neat. Og Canyon is over there, so let's just sprint right over there and we'll see. Get the side quests out of the way. Have some fun. Do some battles. So, this is the path through Og Canyon? Certainly fits the name. The terrain off the paved path appears to be quite complex. Watch your footing, guys, or you're gonna be flying headfirst into the river. You can go right to Liberal. You can take this road to the Liberal Kingdom, right? If you wanted, yes, though it would take you several hours to get there even by vehicle. On the other side of the border is a fortress in the East region. Sounds like these really make clear just how far from the capital we are. I've been jumping all over the country so much lately. Sheesh. You're just happy to have an excuse to drive around and you know it. Hey, I'm a simple guy. Well, let's get that holocore test started, shall we? Our task is to equip Pakel and act 5 times while S-boosted. Right, let's go! Change your holocore pressing Y in the orbit menu. Already did it, but might as well double check and see if it didn't. Make sure it didn't unequip it.
Maintenance mode.
Alright.
Look out for ranged attack.
Let's get to work.
How's about some of this?
Canyon
Display
drone.
might want to boost here. Max boost. One skill coming right up.
Over here. All for you. All you on, yes.
Oh, great miss.
Aaron.
Make it count, Aaron. Like it done. You're down. Gotcha.
Oh, wow, their defenses
Displaying info. Max boost.
is dumb.
One skill coming right up.
Nice. That went great.
Pretty hot shit, Van.
Are we going down below?
There's a barrier here.
Nope. We're sticking to the road for this assignment.
You cannot
Good
get over
call.
the barrier.
If we went that way, we'd be a perfect target for a pincer attack.
Wait, you thought it was a bad idea. Why'd you even ask?
I see me some nobodies.
I'm on it. You've got a charge attack available.
Defeated 300 enemies or more in field.
Look out, ranged attack, aging sharks. Displaying info.
Wanna scan this guy,
Might
right?
want to max boost. One skill coming right up.
I would very much like to impede that.
Activating skill.
Yeah, some more.
Yeah, we got it.
Activating skill.
Max boost. One skill coming right up.
All for you. Picks out.
Activating skill.
Have some more.
A chance. There.
All you on, yes.
It
Right.
should be safe for now. You are a
We can
great
do a
help
few more
on this.
fights. It was like 5 total, right? And how far in this place can we even run?
Looks like the gang's all here. Let's get to work.
You've got a charge attack available.
Take this. Sit down.
Look out! There's so many of them.
Sit down.
Max boost. Displaying info.
This'll hurt.
Bill Gasso.
One skill coming right up.
Take this. All you on, yes.
Gotta get the boost. Dang it.
Go time.
Activating skill.
Hurt the chance.
Activating skill.
One skill
Hit
coming
him
right up.
fast, Barry. Go time.
You're open.
Have we done enough testing for the hollow core?
Couldn't take your eyes off me, right?
That was amazing, Aaron.
Yes, I believe so. We can report back to the client anytime.
Why do that when we can run all the way through this place, right?
Ooh, a treasure
Collect
chest!
money and loot. And Sepith, because we need that. We need lots of
An
Sepith.
enemy mob. Wanna clear him out?
Take this.
I'm on it. You've got a charge attack available. Look out! There's so many of them.
You got a whole slew of them.
One skill
Brace
coming
yourself.
right. Boost gauge enhance.
Alright, I guess we can unequip
Activating maintenance
unequip
mode.
that then. Inshallah core. We can worry about leveling up the other ones when we actually start maxing
This is
out.
MKESV004. Mare.
I'm powered up!
Hey! Rapid Burst became Rapid Eruption.
Be sure to
Also, we got a thing here. What is it? Just failed enemies in the field. We got Thanatos Jail. Arts Driver.
your distance.
This could get tricky with so many.
I'm on it. Fully replenished. Look out!
Okay, we got them all. Good.
Use a sharp boost to get the upper hand boost. Go all out. Time to go
Eh.
all out.
This'll hurt. Think fast. Take this. All you on, yes.
I'll get
Can I-
them all at once.
Oh, I can't catch the one that's behind them.
Show me what you got.
Activating skill.
There we get.
Perfect chance.
What changed about this?
This'll hurt.
Maybe its power increase a little bit.
You're toast. Aaron. There we go.
A chance. This'll hurt.
Full boost. Activating
Think
skill.
fast. Take this. Hit him fast, Barry.
Activating skill.
Too slow. You're down.
Here's some extra. A chance. There.
Gotcha.
It should be safe for now.
That was nothing to sneeze at on, yes?
All the way down there.
Warning. S-level threat detected.
Gotcha.
Get to work.
Don't forget about your target.
I gotta be able to get that.
Work together in time. Unleashing shark threat.
Okay, what do we got here?
Displaying enemy stats.
Venomous
Use
man
a shark
trap.
boost to get the upper hand.
Eat this.
Well, it's free, might as well do it.
All you on, yes.
Grab the light. What's the
Thanks, I'll take that.
This is your chance for a shard boost.
Hit him fast, Barry.
Go time.
Now's a good time to boost.
Eat this.
Energy output at maximum. Activating boost gauge limit
Go
crushed.
time.
Activating
Double up S-crafts?
Boost gauge
That was
limit
not
crushed.
nearly enough.
Brace yourself.
Double up S-crafts again.
Here goes.
Limiter unlocked. Activating.
Time.
Much better.
Limiter unlocked.
Nice. Moving on up.
Then learned Heavy Halter.
Here.
Aaron's
just
Mirrored
getting
Slash
warmed
became Blazing Slash.
Looks like some good loot.
Gotcha.
This could get tricky with so many.
Get to work.
So many of them. Look out!
We'll double up on the fairies S-craft here.
I'll round them up and scatter them.
energy activating skill.
Give me power.
Boost gauge limit increased.
Perfect chance.
Activating skill. Boost gauge limit
Oh.
increased.
One of them's still alive.
This'll hurt. Over here. All for you. Nice. That went great.
You kick butt, man.
To the Liberal Kingdom.
Whoops.
Probably shouldn't venture past this point, unless we want to take a long trip to Liberal. Actually,
Watch out for range attacks. Keep getting engaged. Brace yourself. Show 'em what your team is capable of. Use a shark boost to get the upper hand.
Make it count, Aaron.
A chance. Perfect chance. A chance. Shield. Protect everyone.
Chance.
Now. Perfect chance.
Have some more.
Here's some extra.
You've got this on you. Have some more. They're down. A chance.
There we go.
Hit him fast, Barry. Gotcha.
Go
Activating skill.
Here's some extra. A chance.
Activating skill.
Gotcha.
Ben, give him your all. He flinched.
Hit him fast, Barry.
Too slow.
Activating skill.
Activating skill.
Activating skill.
Hit him fast, Barry.
Too slow.
alright.
Hey, that one felt pretty good.
Someone's
Oh,
fired up.
2 for
Fired
1.
up?
Warning, S-level threat detected.
Maybe we'll actually see what this enemy can do.
We need to be cautious. Unleashing shark threat. Give him your all.
All you on, yes. Sucker. Have some more.
We need to attack that one.
This'll hurt. Breathe on twice.
Chance. Time for the main event. Here goes.
Limiter up activated.
Time. Here goes.
Limiter unlocked.
This'll hurt. Get down. Hit him fast, Barry.
Activating skill.
And yes.
Activating skill.
Alright. And will they actually let us go all the way through here? No, they're blocking us off. We can't go that way. There must be something special over there.
What's next?
Alright, well, we fully went through this place, so... Burn store.
Heading to the objective.
I have done the objective. Phew, now I'll finally be able to get started on that report. Just gotta wait for the test results. Yo, good timing. Give the new holocore a spin. Yep. Oh, well, good work, everyone. Would you mind sharing your feedback? Can do. Oh, can I have that holocore back first? Sure, here you go. Return the Pakal holocore to Athena. Thank you. Let me go ahead and start uploading the combat data. Just a sec, okay? Athena connected the holocore to her laptop. So, while it's uploading, how did it feel to use? Performance, bugs, anything at all? Well, I don't have much to say about its performance, being honest. It's more, I swear that AI didn't know the difference between a fight and a playground. The hell's up with her? Oh, don't be so harsh. He had this childlike whimsy to her. I found it pretty cute. It felt really weird. Does she heal people in combat? That's what it felt like to me, at least. A very unique core indeed. If it hits shelves, I imagine it'll be the talk of the town. I, for one, do not vibe with the idea of carrying a little girl around in my pocket. And I'm sure any self-respecting guy wouldn't either. But I don't know, our resident weirdo already has one of those. Maybe that's what he's into. Zip it, Aaron, and leave her out of this. Not like I picked either of them. That's softly, rude Van. You'll upset her if she hears that. Oh, right. Word through the grapevine is she's an interesting hollow herself. Oh, you mean Mare? You're familiar with her. Oh yeah, the professor told me about her. According to him, she was actually an accident. That PMC wasn't even trying to make the pinnacle of all holocores, but somehow they just did. That's why I asked you guys, actually. I knew you had experience working with cores like her. Well, that explains the funny feeling I had, though it wasn't just a coincidence. Our professor must be pretty informed if he knows about Mare Bear. Indeed, her existence isn't technically confidential, but she hasn't been promoted or publicized either. I imagine word has reached the inner circles of the industry, 3 disciples at least. Yep, that tracks. It was Professor Cronkite who told me. No wonder he knows. He's pretty much carrying the Republic's engineering sector on his back. I can confirm he's a real deal. Not an engineer worth their salt who doesn't know about his work. Yeah, he's really leaps and bounds above me. He can be scary sometimes, but he really knows his stuff. I learned a ton working under him. Being honest, it was actually him who came up with the Pockel's adaptive AI design. I owe him for that. I did hear rumors about him, but I can neither confirm nor deny. So he's the creep on the block. No, that's not it. The reason Pockel is a girl is because she's meant to simulate how real humans grow and learn. So the more she learns, the more she matures. Right, that's the reason. Aaron, why don't you grow up too? Does it really learn just like a real person? That's so cool. He does, yeah, but according to Professor Cronkite, she doesn't even come close to Mare's inner potential. It's been bugging him lately, actually. He was all, if some security company can make an advanced holocore, why can't we? He's been researching holocores in his spare time to try and figure it all out. Guy's driven, that's for sure. So, getting back on topic, the core is fine. Being a child that hasn't learned much, yeah, her abilities are pretty basic stuff, but she was pretty easy to use. Really? Thank you. The only real snag I ran into was being a bit janky deploying shards while I was boosting. It didn't really hamper me at all, but still. Compared to other holocores, Paco's deep learning algorithms may increase processing overhead and delay combat functions. Optimization should be a priority to help mitigate that, although some latency is probably unavoidable. Yeah, that does make sense. Can you each give me your feedback too? I doubt they'll be as in-depth. Advanced cohorts each offered their impressions to Athena. Conveniently, the holocore finished uploading its combat data to the laptop just as they were wrapping up. Thanks for waiting, guys. Now I have the data, let me give you this back. Received the Paco holocore permanently. Oh, we can keep her? I just wanted to thank you for helping test her. We'll be pushing updates once we iron out the kinks, so she should get better with time. Thank you so much for your help. Now I need to get back to the Institute and analyze this data. Sounds good. Take care.
That's a wrap.
Worthwhile reward.
More deposit.
And Mira too. Sweet. And we get Ray. Well, that's not ranking up, sadly. Didn't even see it budge.
Switching to maintenance mode.
Like, what did these even do? So, increases healing and arts power and range. So, healing arts and crafts HP recovery is increased by basically a quarter. That's kind of nothing. They all only increase arts damage and max EP to some degree. Huh. An illegally modified holocore powered by a male AI decreases defense and increases attack when boosted. Interesting. We got physical damage increase and strength increase? Huh. This one is longer boost duration. This one is decreases cast time and increases arts power. Interesting. Otis. I mean, Ron, yes, that's definitely the best choice, right? The other ones are just pick and choose what you want. So far, boosting hasn't made too much of a difference. What's going on here? This building is Liberal ZCF and the Epstein Foundation, eh? Foreign Tech Foundation established using your great-grandfather's cash, right? With how famous it is, even in the Republic, it's kind of funny that it's been dumped over in the corner like this. So rude, Aaron. It's fine. But before, all the big buildings were part of the Foundation's branch here. Indeed, as part of their downsizing in the Republic, they moved to this location. Its performance in other countries remains stable, but with tech going the way it is, it's only natural there'd be a dip in business. Right, with the Ziffa. What was it before again? I think they were doing the rounds underground. Ramda, 5th gen, co-developed by Vern and Epstein. What the 6th generation would look like sparked a hell of a lot of conversation both before and after the war. Then they went and pulled what even the Empire's Reinford company didn't dare to. Cut the Foundation out of the equation. It caused some pushback across the continent at first, but now the technology is well on the road to being available to the public. And they'll do anything to keep themselves in their current favorable position, I would imagine. Even use Mark Duke for practical testing. Though perhaps it isn't my place to weigh in on the matter. You got that right. And the one pushing that as national policy is... So, ZCF was the one that developed airships, right? Yes, they're a facility located in Zeus in Liberl. You can find their products all across the Republic, things like communications equipment or household goods.
Being a friendly nation, they do have a cooperative enough partnership with Vern, I suppose.
What's up, Ren? Oh, hello there.
Hiya, Van and friends. And look at you go on, yes? Hard at work, I see.
We heard what you were doing earlier. You're researching with your coworkers as part of your visitation, yeah? I am. Hope you don't mind me going off on my own. Well, she's putting the work in. You guys have business here? We do. I have personal connections with CCF and the Foundation, you see. So I thought this would be the perfect place to get a first-hand look at international technological exchange. What she said. As someone from the Empire, it's a topic I personally can't get enough of. And here I heard they make memory cores for films and stuff. How could I not want to come? How nice. I'm sure there'll be an endless amount of information to absorb there. Just leave this part to us. We'll be sure to write up a report for you. But you better nab us some sweet scoops in exchange.
What are students doing here? Oh, of course. The educational visitation.
Shady guy. We didn't mean to crowd up the path. Wait, I've seen him before. I think I recognize him too. I'm sure you do. He is rather famous. Is he one of the disciples? Greetings, Professor. My name is Ren Bright. I've heard all about you from a certain other professor.
Ah, I didn't realize you were studying abroad here.
Professor Yang Cronkite. Ah.
Cronkite. I believe this is our first time meeting in person. I found your papers fascinating, I must say. Welcome to Basel.
Huh. Papers? It's an honor to have my work read by such a brilliant mind. Might I trouble you for some time to chat in the near future?
I would welcome the chance, though I'll have to pass on speaking at length with your classmates. Now, I am a busy man, I'm afraid, so if you don't mind, I will bid you farewell.
Didn't even acknowledge him at all. Well, that stick couldn't be further up his ass, but he's got the chops to back it up. Yeah, his background is Eastern, right? That was Professor Yang Cronkite, the young genius carrying the Republic's engineering community on his shoulders. He's been presenting groundbreaking tech across all kinds of fields since before the war 2 years ago. Oh, now that you mention it, I think I saw him in the Tyrell Times. He's said to be a genius, the likes of which we haven't seen since Professor Hamilton. But how are you connected to someone like him? I believe the others are waiting, so how about we go? Don't be late for the meetup, Anyas, otherwise I'll have to give you a good spanking. I know, have fun leading everyone. Wink again. But hold on, Ren, don't think you can get away with not answering. Well then, good luck with work. She can get away with not answering all she likes. What are you gonna do about it? Shall we? Yes, let's give this her all. Roughwood.
Off we go.
I worked here at the Epstein Foundation for years and years now. I remember before our exclusivity agreement, we ended up in patent litigation with the Vern Company, and we were ordered to scale back our operations and move buildings. That cooperation was what put Basel on the map to begin with. It was thanks to the research that Professor Hamilton brought back with her. They can't just tear our teams apart after all the projects we developed together. It's not fair. Phew. I had no idea. So why? There had to have been a reason, right? Sounds like Vern got dragged kicking and screaming. You know, there's no point in moping about the past. You gotta play with the hand you're dealt, yeah? You're right, yeah. Just difficult to stay motivated, especially when my own project's been stuck in limbo. Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off just finding a cabin somewhere and fishing for the rest of my days. Well, I'm not gonna stop ya. I do hope his fortunes change. I think we were all working together just a couple of years ago. Now it's all done. I appreciate the sympathy from the ZCF folks, but man, I just can't find the motivation anymore. Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off just finding a cabin somewhere and fishing for the rest of my days. Okay, so there's the door. Took me a second. Took me a while to find it. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have about weaponry. I'm an engineer, after all. Burton Company weapons have gotten a lot of good press for their innovation. Every day now, I get orders from the department store over in the capital for new parts and supplies. The manager over there can be a bit obsessive, but once you get to know him, he's pretty sociable. Working with him is a breeze for me now. Is there anything you need or any questions you want to ask? Feel free to pull me aside. I don't mind. The company sent me here as a temp. That way, they can gather customer feedback straight from the ground level.
Do you know what you want?
We got new weapons, and we cannot afford them in full. Damn. Cyclotron. Yeah. Twin sabers. And then we're out of money. We can just barely afford the combat dagger. Whoops, didn't equip it right. There we go. And now I can strengthen it.
I hope to see you again. Do
Is there
you
anything that
know
we
what you
can
want?
sell? We could go about selling Zerum powders again. We have 50 EP charges. Easy money. Is that enough to get the new things here? Flexible coat. They'll probably go best on Anyas because their defense is not good. And then mechanic cleats. Provide some good speed. There you go.
I hope to see you again.
A few more places to walk around. Oh, another shop. Welcome to Serious Drugs. You got all your medical needs, from OTCs to prescriptions from all the big manufacturers. I personally recommend the products made from Mammaferia and Vern Company's joint venture. They're wonderfully effective. With them, you can get the best of both worlds. Mammaferia's cutting-edge medicine and Vern's low costs. They may be a startup, but their quality speaks for itself. If you're in need of medicine, give them a shot.
Hello.
Apple granola bar and breezy hair tonic. So we need like 2,500 gold. There we go.
Thanks for shopping.
Okay.
Okay.
Initializing
Who
planner
gets
mode.
the hair tonic? Renee. Hair tonic that makes one feel fabulous.
You know me well.
Love me a sugar rush.
And who's over here? De Niro. Getting distracted. Gotta finish up my errands for the night. Need some detergent and canned foods. My folks are out of town for work, so I gotta clean the place up before they get back. I don't want to think about what they'll do if I forget. Though they went off on me before anyway. If you want us to stay off your back, then land a job and stay there. Can't argue with that, but man. Phew, I've been really busy lately. But I gotta stick the landing. It's my chance to make a name for myself. I refuse to lose to the guys. I'm gonna smash that glass ceiling and make the board directors just you watch. Ah, she's an office worker in Newtown. Average Joes like her can have better info than ECI. Let's talk to her and see what we get.
Let me ask you something.
Harassment? Honestly, that wouldn't surprise me. I've heard some nasty things about some specific professors at the Institute. Really? I won't name names, but I heard a thing or two from a friend of mine. He's a researcher at one of the labs there. And every night they're sleeping at the labs after unpaid overtime. A little mistake during the day and they get torn to shreds. They say it's considered normal there. You just work until you drop. My friend, she told me that one night that she was having suicidal thoughts. I had to talk her out of it. It's horrible. Does the Institute not know about their working conditions? Oh, they do, but it's fear that rules the roost there. The Institute's senior professors are like celebrities in their own right. Nobody can touch them. They control whether or not you have a career in this town. Vern, my own company, everybody, they all go through the Institute's pipeline. Huh. Out of curiosity, who do you work for? This Orbital Goods Supplier. They got a license from Vern to sell their goods. So it's not like I can speak up about it, because then there goes my career. Word travels fast. Yeah, that tracks. Vern and the Institute might as well be Basel. You speak up and you're never working in this town again. I can only hope you find a way to right this injustice. Workplace harassment is a very real thing. My friend just had this terrible boss at her job. And he can't speak up about it because who are you compared to a big world-renowned professor? That's the thing with the Institute of Science. People see all the amazing things those scientists do and they look up to them. They're idols. Tough work culture. Welcome to the Aerotram platform, offering service throughout Basel and its facilities. You have a D-rank certification card, I see. I'm sorry, but this Aerotram is unavailable to D-rank riders. My apologies, but for safety purposes, we cannot permit you to board. Safety purposes? Who could possibly consider us unsafe?
Stay here and relax.
I don't think the others are back yet.
Okie dokie. This is my first time in Basel. I'm here for work, and I gotta say, this place is every bit as futuristic as they said. Encore has its own new town, but they sure as heck don't have aerotrams or giant orbital generators. This really feels like a cutting-edge city in every sense. Receptionist. Raid. So Artemis Academy is visiting, huh? I don't recall them doing that in previous years. Guess this year's been really good for them. Well, Basel's a wonderful place for students to learn more about engineering. I hope they see that firsthand. And big tech isn't all we have. Either. Just look around. The geography here is simply breathtaking. Our food is well worth the trip, too. Welcome, welcome. What can I get you? I go wherever my heart takes me, and I bring the little shop along for the ride. Who knows what customers we'll see next? We already talked this. Roman Cafe, huh? Best popular with the eggheads at the Institute. A common watering hole such as this would be a good place to gather information.
Do you have any preference? Thanks for coming in.
Let me ask you something.
Workplace harassment? Haven't heard anything about that, sorry. My clientele are a lot more mellow. Faculty I get are pretty kind, actually. They treat their students and understudies to meals sometimes. Huh. Who specifically? That might help us narrow things down. So, Professor Arley? Associate Professor Tane and Professor Callahan, too, but he hasn't been around in a while. They always look pooped, like on death's door, seriously. But when I talk to them, they all come across as normal, upstanding people. Oh, so they're just covering for the man, is what you're saying. You be the judge of that. But I have noticed that some researchers from this specific lab have looked really down in the dumps as of late. Workplace harassment would explain that. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but that lab's professor might have something to do with it. Well, if anything comes to mind, please let us know. Well, I'm sure I'm just overthinking things, but thanks, I'll let you know. It's like there's more to the story than that. Does he not want to snitch, or does he not believe it? I see. Thank you for sharing that with us. Got a hankering to drink. I say it's about everyone we're talking to in Newtown. Yep, now somebody plot our next move. You know, there's still bits of Basel that could use a sweep. Let's double check first. Okay. They want us to go just pick off all the other boxes. Then we'll do that side quest.
I see.
I'm just kind of like swiveling around, checking the floors. Wow, there's so many cars. I had heard about its capacity, but it's very impressive seeing it in person. Welcome to Automotive Heaven, a motor pavilion where all the big manufacturers strut their stuff before they hit the market. Burns big here, naturally. They got a bunch of makes under their wing. Lino, Ingert, Red Star, and Etwas, that's your big four. Where they show off all their latest and greatest stuff. And for gearheads like me, it's both a peek at the new model year and a chance to yoink some of their ideas for our own projects. Whenever I come to Basel, you bet I hit this place up every time. The most important place in the city, full stop. That's great, Grandpa. Now let's get you home. I see. I do hear that the four manufacturers compete with each other a lot. That they have their own specialties, but nonetheless push each other to innovate. Does that factor into the showroom too? Oh yeah, these guys are ruthless. They all specialize in different things, but when markets collide, you bet they're at each other's throats. And that's good for the consumer. Leo and Ingrid especially. They both manufacture their cars here in Basel, so they head on and poach from each other like nobody's business. We get time to kill. I highly recommend. We get time to kill. I highly recommend stopping by here and shooting the shit with the salespeople. They might convert you. Adios, kill me. Or him. His passion for cars is already evident with this truck. It's natural that he'd be drawn here. You might as well take a look now that we're already here. And they immediately leave. I'd say we've seen everything there is to see in Newtown. That said, looks like we'll have to go to the Institute for that request from the assistant. What about the professor abusing his power, eh? Doesn't seem like something outsiders like us should get in the middle of. But I'm concerned since it was posted as a 4SPG. I wonder if we could find a way to get all of us into the Institute. Like with the Aerotram, like with the Aerotram, access requires rank C certification or higher. It'd be nice if we could have Alsane put on the pressure and get our ranks raised, but that won't work here. Not enough time. So, how about we go have a little talk? With who? Ah, the kiddo from earlier. He wasn't as bad about it as the CEO, but he still had his doubts about us. Well, if pushing doesn't work, we just gotta pull. So, thanks for being our go-between, Anyas. What? Between you and Katra? Got it. You guys seem to hit it off. Guessing it's because you're so close in age. He'll be up for talking to you. Just make it seem like you got problems and you can solve them. Oh, I don't think I'll need to go that far. I'm sure if I'm just honest and upfront with him, he'll listen. But I am happy to help. Once things settle down, I'll give him a call my Zippa. Still doesn't have a clue, huh? It's quite charming how unaware she is of her appeal. I don't really get what you're saying, but I know we can count on Anis to handle this. To advance the story, select Contact Catcher from the travel menu. Okie dokie. We have our progression. Let's talk to the people in here first. Welcome to the speaker. The speaker I thought was reading exactly what the guide here was saying. It's close, but not quite exact. Welcome to the Basel Motor Pavilion. We got the latest and greatest models from the Big Four on display. Do take a look. We opened up displays for all the new models they unveiled this autumn. Gotten us a lot of attention from gearheads the country over. Of course, we got models you can order today too. Take a look around and see if there's anything you like. There's a lot of people in here. They said they didn't know if there'd be an RC tournament this month, and I was so ready to beat Milia this time too. Well, if there's no tourney, then I'll make my own or something. I want to challenge her again. This time I'm gonna win. And there's just something about cars. Having all that power at your fingertips, feeling the wind rushing by. RC cars are cool and all, but once I'm old enough to get my license, I want to take a real car out for a spin. Gonna be a race car driver in the future. Oh! Oh hey, you two. Didn't know you were coming out here. We're planning a big drive, so figured why not? We wanted to check out those new models from Autumn. And these things rock. Cosmetically, it doesn't look much different from my old model. But the suspension here is... Man, this thing's gonna fly right through the corners. That's Ingrid for you. They know how to get the best out of their parts. Those are new are those new tire compounds too? I haven't seen these before. They're always looking for ways to improve. As if he weren't enough of a kid in a candy store. Not knocking it though. Aaron looks like he's having fun too. This pavilion does seem to draw like-minded fans. My uncle is an Ingrid engineer, so I'm a big Ingrid fangirl too. I drive a Lino though. It's what I can afford. I really want to get a sports car though. Once I scrounge up enough Mira, I can't wait.
Okay.
I want a price comparison. How much does one of these vehicles cost? Doesn't say. I saved a bit of money by buying the last gen model, but I still have to take out a 10-year loan. Worth it though. It's not like having your very own speed machine. So I can't go cheating on my baby with some shinier model. I gotta break her in first. Welcome to the Lino exhibition space. This is our flagship model here. We worked hard on the interior for this revision to try and court older drivers. It's much more comfortable inside than before. He knows the everyman's car, yeah? I see them all over the place nowadays. When I was taking driver's ed, they stuffed me in a Leno made for newbies. Leno specializes in safety and economy rather than power or carrying capacity. For their slogan, they manufacture cars everyone can count on. That's a common perception, yeah. We're a big hit with families and people who need daily drivers. But that's not all we do. We make RC cars, off-roaders, and we field entries on the Z1 circuit too. We're careful not to pigeonhole ourselves into any one niche. We're growing and evolving every day.
So...
That's what we're all about. We make cars you can count on no matter what it is you do. We really pride ourselves on that mass appeal. Our cars have been adopted by just about every class and demographic. They're plenty safe and a cinch to drive too, making them popular with all different kinds of people. What can I do for you? You interested in oh, hold on, I see that glint in your eye. You're a fan, aren't you? Good catch. My pickup's my baby. I actually took it out here with me. Hey, a man of culture. I can tell by that look in your eyes that you know quality when you see it. We pride ourselves on how modular our cars are. They're strong, they're durable, and you can customize them however you want. I saw you walk in and your eyes just jumped right to the suspension and cooling. I know those are popular mods on our models. You're an avid aftermarket shopper yourself, if I had to guess. You know exactly where to look. Oh yeah, guilty as charged. But you know, it takes the same kind of mindset to know people like doing that. So, something tells me you're a gearhead yourself, am I right? You got me. I'd probably spend like half my bonuses on aftermarket mods. I got some photos of my new project here. You want to take a look? Oh, I'd just be honored. What kind of hit the ride does an honest to goddess Ingrid engineer come up with? Now who's slacking off on the job?
Okay.
Part of what makes this job so satisfying is meeting customers and getting their feedback on our products. We really hammer in just how utilitarian and customizable our cars are. That gets us a more specific customer demographic compared to Leno. When I talk to a customer about our models and aftermarket mods, we really see eye to eye a lot. It's like making a friend. Let's see, you have anything new to say? Not bad. Whenever I see one of those fancy Etlos models, I can't help but think of him. Who's him?
Wow, check out these cars! There's so many, and they all look so different.
That a red star over there? Damn, that's sexy.
It's the best, ain't it? If looks could kill, I'd be dead right now.
Van is definitely in his element here.
Alright, talk to you. You need to tell the Big Four apart. Look no further than their management strategies. James looks like he's having fun? Whack. I hope he finds a way to move on from all that.
Right.
What? James needs to move on from having fun. How dare you? Alright, are there any other students we can just bump into and talk to? I think that's everybody. Okay, let's contact Quattro so that way I don't forget exactly where we are. Most likely Agnes and Quattro will be shuffled over to the
Let's stay here and relax.
to the institute.
Initializing planner mode.
There we are. Maybe now would be a good time to call Quattro and ask about our certification cards. Contacting Quattro will cause the main story to advance. As a result, all unfinished quests will disappear. As we do.
Yes, this is Elysian speaking. Ah, it's you, Agnes.
Oh, good. I was worried I wouldn't be able to get through. It sounds like there's a little bit of interference with the connection, though.
Right, I apologize for that. I happen to be in the middle of something at the moment. Could you wait for me at a place called Jiskar Workshop? It's in the artisanal district. I'll be there short.
Ah, we pronounce it GIF instead of GIF here. What was that? Hello?
That's not good. Sir.
Hello? Hello? What just happened? It sounded like something collapsed, and I could have sworn I heard a faint roar after that. Sounds like trouble to me. We were just at Jiskard's workshop a short while ago. Let's get on back there and see what the deal is. Sorry guys, we're back. Who are you? Oh, you're that group from earlier. I thought we told you that this was a restricted area. I'm sorry, but Patra hasn't been passed here, has he? Wait, what? How do you know about...
I'll handle this.
Chief Engineer Jiskard.
I'm the supervisor of this here workshop. Jiskar. I had a feeling when I saw you kids here earlier, but are you the ones Katra's been showing around town?
Told you about us? That's right. We're from Arkwright Solutions over in the capital. I'll get right to the point. We have reason to believe he's in danger. We think he might be in a mine or something like one. If that rings any bells, can you take us there? What? Katra's in danger?
Come with me. I'll hear your story while we're on the move. You two, contact the guild just in case. Get on it.
Let's get moving. So there's a mine shaft in Tizzy after all. Yeah, it's used to extract the minor medical signals are great down there, which explains all the noise on your call. Oh, that's so... Text go two-faced. This is where Katra likely is? Most likely, I'd wager. He goes to check all the lights and such, working every so often. He just went in earlier to do it again. It ain't all that big of a shaft though, and there ain't usually any monsters down here. Dungeon. Detecting multiple monsters farther inside. Just where'd they all come from? At the time it couldn't have been worse. Arkwright, was it? And the rest of you too. You all struck me as a tough bunch. I promise to reward you handsomely, so save him, please. I'll contact the guild and someone who can help in the meantime though, so don't go crazy. Lucky for us, we've got him on our side. Huh? Alright folks, let's get moving. Right, we have to save Katra. Indeed. I heard faint sounds of gunfire moments ago. I can hear the sounds going off in the distance. What? Is he panicked? Is he backing or something? Kinda dangerous for a kid like him, right? Either way, let's hurry. Alright, like I said, I need to save because
Just what I needed.
I want to sleep. I am tired. But at least we got all the conversations out of the way. So, we will get on with the story next time. Until then, have a good night. And I just realized I did not tilt my camera to its usual spot. Oh well. At least my face is in frame. Which is all that anybody cares about, right? Have a good night.